Because I showed the world how to be great. Before you came along, these people loved me. I was the man of the people.
I can't even think about all of the shit I did to fit in. Past hard to watch like a fucking scary movie. I'm always happy to meet somebody that never knew me. Change for the better, hope niggas are living through me. I put it all on the wax so the people can know the true me. Hard to remain sane when the people you love the most is what's causing the damn pain. Y'all beef by the same thing, we ain't playing the same game. It's all for my fam name. She the girl of your fucking dreams, but to me she a plain Jane. You dipper and ball man, I dump when them calls came. This that higher level thinking. I'm the type to jump the fuck off for the shit before it's sinking. Not here for no new shit, my game slight to boost it. Ain't I don't have to prove shit. Rockstar fight the fool shit. My movie, this the new script. I want a life with no bullshit, nigga. I know on these news clips. That's why I dap him and move quick. Won't be around when they move switch. Won't be around when they lose clips. Won't be around for they lose lips. Might be the reason they pull shit. Yeah.
Let me tell you something, man. It's gonna be a good show tonight, bro. But I will be remiss if I, all them times I say I don't know how I'm gonna start the show off. I know exactly how I'm going to start the show off tonight, bro. Fuck Ricochet, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I hate this man. Listen. I hope everybody having a dope day. I hope everybody had a dope day. I just said two different things, bro. I'm not crazy. Listen, fuck Ricochet. I mean this from the bottom of my heart, bro. I do not. Yo, fuck this dude Ricochet, man. Dead ass. I do not like this man. I don't know if I come on here and say this on a weekly basis, but I know I tweet this on a weekly basis, bruh. Anytime Samantha Irvin posts a picture, I'm usually under her post on Twitter. And I'm not even one of them creep ass motherfuckers who usually do this. But Samantha Irvin is so fucking great at her. Mind you, I knew she was great at her job before I even knew how the fuck she looked. I didn't even know how she looked at first because I don't pay the attention to somebody announcing people. But I just realized she was like so fucking great at announcing people. And I think that's what some people need to do. Like, I be seeing some of these wrestling shows on YouTube. Actually, to be completely honest with you, I haven't watched another channel's wrestling show in like 2 months. Like, I do not watch other wrestling shows on YouTube anymore because I don't want them shits to influence anything that I say. And I never want to blow up one day and have somebody be like, yo, this motherfucker say shit that I be saying in my videos. No, sir. Never gonna have that happen. So I really don't watch those videos anymore. Not really. I don't watch them. However, when I did, I never see them really give like credit to like the little things in wrestling that make wrestling great. Like, I remember, like, I've been tweeting about wrestling longer than I've been on this mic talking about wrestling. But Ricochet, I'm coming back for you, bro. Don't think I done forgot because I'm rambling about something else, bro. That's the ADHD. But trust, bro, I'm coming back for you, cuz. And before I even hop off the topic, I just want to say real fast, I'm happy Gunther took your title, cuz. But anyways, like I was saying, I've been tweeting about wrestling longer than I've been talking about wrestling on the mic. So one of the things that I realized this a while ago, but I always wondered, like, if y'all wrestling channels like wrestling so much, and if you really want to do great for wrestling, like if you want to help grow it and whatnot, because it don't feel like that's what these motherfuckers be trying to do. Every time I watch their videos, I used to watch them, they would just, that's what made me not want to watch them no more. It was like, if I want to see or listen to the content about wrestling that I want to hear and see, I gotta make the shit, because these dudes is just some fucking haters. They always start off with liking it, and then it just becomes so over hypercritical, bro. And I'm like, damn, you could really be sitting back chilling and thinking to yourself, like, Samantha Irvin, before I knew her name, whoever the fuck is announcing the Bloodline and these motherfuckers on Smackdown is killing it. Like, that's what I said for like 3 months before I knew who the fuck Samantha Irvin was. And then finally she was on camera. And then somehow I found out that her and Ricochet was dating, right? Like, this is nothing I would ever just randomly go search for, because I just think it's weird that normal people like myself really be thinking we have shots at these famous people, or these people who done already made it. Like, that's just not how it worked. I'm sorry. I know y'all think that's how it work, all y'all sips out there worldwide, but that just ain't how it worked. And I don't think it should work like that. Should work in the opposite way of somebody becoming hyper successful and then wanting to date down. That's an ego thing when people do that, but I just don't think you should. Like, you done made it. I understand if you want to help people below you, but I don't think you should be dating a dude or a woman that ain't on your level well, it's kind of different. You shouldn't be dating a dude that's not on your level, because I just know motherfuckers get ignorant, bro. They get jealous. They start hating on the fact that you making more money. They gonna try to use you to get on and shit, and try to frame it as, well, if you love me, you gonna help me get on. Nah, ma. So, bro, but fuck all that though. Fuck you, Ricochet. Me and Samantha could have been something, my guy, if I was big time. I just want you to know that. Every time you lay your head down at night and sleep beside Samantha, bro, understand I'm not going to be thinking about it because I ain't no sip. But every time she posts a picture, it might pop up in my head, and I might tweet on under one of her posts, fuck Ricochet. Let him know I said that. I just want you to know, Ricochet, bro, this hate gonna be forever. And I just want, Ricochet, real fast, bro, I just want you to know, bro, it's just, you know what I'm saying, like, I cut a promo for Liv last week. Actually, I didn't. I'm supposed to do that this week. But fuck that. I'm getting ahead of the show. I just want to tell you something, Ricochet. If I was standing in front of you right now, man to man, listen, Ricochet, your body look better than mine's right now. I give you that. Way better than mine's right now. But once we get past that, Ricochet, I just want you got a fatter wallet than mine's. That's also true. You also living out my dreams as far as wrestling and dating Samantha. So, you know what? Scratch all that. Fuck you, Ricochet. This is that, this the Nas, This is like when you can't come up really with no clever shit, so you just say, fuck you, Jay-Z, you got camel lips, homie. This one I'm hitting Ricochet with, because I can't really hit him nowhere deep, because that motherfucker winning on all levels against me. But I don't care about none of that. God gave you something that he should have gave me, Ricochet, and I'm never going to forgive you for that. Ricochet, listen. I used to be a fan. I used to watch you fly around the ring. You made me believe that a black man that was 4'2" could actually be a fucking superhero in a world dominated by giants. I used to look up to you. You made me believe that a 2-foot grown black man could fly. And now you do this. You go out searching for love in clearly all the wrong places, and you snatch up the woman of my dreams. Actually, Vanessa Hudgens is the woman of my dreams. But ignore that, Samantha. You also the woman of my dreams. It's you and Vanessa. It's you and Vanessa. Don't even trip on that comment. I don't even know why I said that comment. But man, back to you, Ricochet. You see the divide that he causing between... Listen, bro. God clearly... Listen, I have no right to hate on you for going out there and searching for love, bro. But you did it in all the wrong places, like I said. Because you could have went and snatched up somebody else. But no. Mans wanted to snatch up the woman who I wanted on my arms one day. Listen, bro. Listen. You better pray that you ain't in the rest. Ricochet, I'm telling you, my guy... If you are ever in the same... Bruh. Rick! If you and me are ever on Raw... Bro, Ricochet, one day I'm going to be the color commentator or whatever the fuck they call it for Raw, bro. You going to be on the same show one day, bro. Ricochet. I know what I'm saying right now. You might be laughing like, oh, this dude's crazy. Ricochet. Just remember that when I'm the announcer on Raw. Not that fucking announcer. Not when I'm the announcer. I'm going to be the commentator, bro. Every single time you come up, bro. Every time you come out. Every time I see you on the screen, I'm talking shit. It's going to be written in my contract. I will never not talk shit about Ricochet. Fuck Ricochet. I will never not talk about Rick. Oh, shit. That's where I'm at, Rick. But listen, other than that, I hope Samantha has a great night. Not you, Rick. Not you. I hope you fall off the side of the bed. I hope she hog all the covers. Real deep type shit, Rick. I just want you to know that. Samantha, I hope you sleep peacefully. You know. All the things that a sip could think. Not those perverted ass sip. Not those weird ones. Well, I think all sips is weird. But, you know, all the sweet shit that crazy sips be saying. Like, oh, I hope you sleep so peacefully tonight, queen. I hope all that for you. But for you, Rick. Oh, shit. I'm much like a hater. I wake up waiting to hate on you, my guy. I wake up waiting to hate on you. I hope you slip on a banana peel tomorrow, my boy. I hope when you drinking something, you wearing a white shirt and you spill some of it on your shirt. I hope you eat a hot dog tomorrow or a hamburger and some of the toppings fall onto your shirt. I hope you have some headphones to get tangled. Actually, it's 2022. Ain't nobody walking around with no cord headphones in. I hope you lose an AirPod, or I hope the right one go completely out and you ain't got no time to go get a new pair. I hope Samantha tell you your breath stank in the morning because you forgot to brush your teeth, stank breath ass. And you want to know what else, bruh? I hope they throw your big goofy correction. I hope they throw your little goofy ass back into a match with Gunther and whoever the other goofy ass dude is, Kaiser. Yeah, actually, fuck Kaiser. I hope they throw your goofy ass. Well, fuck Gunther too, but fuck you too, Rick. See, that's what I'm saying, Rick. I was a fan of yours before you lost to Gunther. Well, actually, I don't know at what point in time it was. I do. Once I found out you was dating Samantha, you hoe. I can't stand you, Rick. Oh, sheep. But I'm pretty sure I will touch on Ricochet later on tonight as the show goes on. Hey, we got to break down Smackdown tonight, man. Smackdown started out. Where in the fuck is my... Okay, there we go. What is this? Oh. Fuck you, Rick. Oh, shit. Listen, Smackdown. Last Smackdown before SummerSlam, bro. SummerSlam is about to be lit. I'm supposed to be doing a SummerSlam breakdown. I'm probably going to try to do a Actually, I'm not going to try to do a SummerSlam breakdown during this breakdown because I don't want this to go too long. Also, I don't have those matches written down right in front of me right now because I stopped everything I was doing once Samantha responded to me. And I said, Ricochet, the fact that Samantha done responded to me means she know who I am. Now, listen, she probably don't know who I am. That she could see that comment. I really do hope that they allow this to become a running joke. It's not a running joke for you, though, Rick. Anyways, Smackdown, the one before, I was finna say WrestleMania. I'm losing it. Anyways, we Smackdown before SummerSlam tomorrow started off the show. Now I'm happy they started off the show with this match. It could have been the closer match. I don't know what the fuck that was. It could have been the match that closed out the night, but I'm happy it didn't for a couple reasons. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus had the good old what was this called? Donny Brooks match. A Donny Brooks match. And you know, I think SmackDown hasn't really done the best of jobs building up the history between Sheamus and Drew. Even because in this match, and I looked at what Sheamus posted after the match, it's a lot of feel that they wanted you to have in this match. Like, I love Sheamus' post, you done did good, boy, or whatever he said. I just like the way Sheamus talk. But I understand the history between Sheamus and Drew. They did a great job at playing that up on Raw a couple years ago, either a year or two ago. I don't think they've done the greatest job rebuilding that exact run that they had in Raw, or that exact type feel. I even think the matches they had in Raw was better, even better than this Donny Brooks match. And one of the reasons I think it's been so hard to build up the emotion in this match is, for one, it only came last week. We knew these dudes liked each other, or knew each other for a long time, and how they came up and whatnot. But it wasn't until last week that somebody really made an emotional type of statement like, "What happened to you, Sheamus?" That's definitely not how Drew sound. But when he said, "You basically, when did you become a bitch?" Like, that's the first type of story, emotional driven type of moment in that feud to me. To some other people, they might feel another way, but to me, I felt like that was the first time. But I know what they were doing because they did this on Raw a couple years ago. However, it was a good match. I like that they started it off with this, and like I said, even though the story haven't really did the emotional thing it was supposed to do, in my opinion, it was a good match, and I like the ending of it and all that. My only problem, now here's so I said I was happy that this started off the show. The reason I was happy this started off the show, because that stain that I had in my brain from them 2 weeks ago, how they closed the show. Not to mention, not only have they not closed the show good a couple weeks ago, it was just I don't know what that was, but they also had some pretty bad to average segments, if I'm being completely honest. Like, just from what I expect out of Sheamus and Drew, they really haven't been hitting as hard as the segments could have hit. But one of the things I think is a problem is that Drew and Sheamus is damn near the same character at times, it feel like. Not only that, I think Sheamus is great on the mic. I think Drew can, like, he can hold his own on the mic and all that. But he really don't talk like I don't really know how to explain it. But Drew is not on the mic what, say, Sheamus is, Roman is. Nobody is The Miz and Paul, but Drew can go on the mic, but he can. I wouldn't say if it's go. Drew not bad on the mic, but I don't think Drew really do a great job carrying stories, pushing stories and shit like that with how he talk on the mic, because Drew don't really leave era. It's so hard to explain. Maybe I can come back around to it, but because I gotta address it, bro. Drew is a great character, right? Drew is a great wrestler, great WWE superstar, all that, blah, blah, blah. It makes sense that he would win this match to face Roman or Brock, whoever the fuck it is, at the event that they do in their hometown. However, like I said, it's predictable. However, I actually would have preferred Sheamus in that match, because I haven't seen Sheamus and Roman in a minute. Not to mention, I think Sheamus, because I know what's going to come with this Drew-Roman match. It's going to be the same thing that Drew been doing with Roman for the past couple years. I feel like I'm better than him, or I'm just on his level. I'm the dude that's supposed to beat him. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care to see that again, because I know Drew haven't grown past that. I know all the greatest parts of this feud, as far as mic work, will be done by Roman Reigns. I know Drew will say a lot of stuff that'll probably be favored towards getting the crowd on his side or whatnot, but Roman naturally is going to be able to destroy him on the mic like John Cena did to Roman years ago. So that's going to be a squash, and I already can probably predict the shit that's going to be said between, well, not from Roman's mouth. Well, I could probably predict the shit he going to say. You're number 2, Drew. Like, he can just go right back to that storyline because the shit ain't changed. And not only has it not changed, Drew is the exact same person he was at that time right now. Drew literally has not changed at any point. The only difference is sometimes he might be fighting for the main title. If he ain't really fighting for shit else, because Drew don't fight for other titles. That's another thing. Drew never fights for other titles that's not the main title. So one of the biggest reasons it always feel like Drew is in limbo is because Drew don't feel like Drew if he ain't fighting for a title. And so I think they could have done more for Drew long term if he had lost this match and had to see Sheamus be successful and finally get over that hump of beating him in the biggest match when it matters, and make Drew figure out how to continue to push himself and evolve when the title not on the line, or maybe have him go fight for another a title that's not the main title. I think you get yourself put in a bit of a pickle. Imagine me saying that. You get yourself caught in a bind, really, when you have a wrestler who can only wrestle, especially when he not Roman. Drew is big time. He ain't Roman. Drew don't even get the reaction that Bobby is getting right now with some of these pay-per-views, or at the last couple pay-per-views. I think Sheamus is better with the crowd than Drew is. A lot of Drew shit fall flat for me a lot of times. And once you become a baby face who is just used to getting that sympathetic baby face reaction, you kind of get caught in an area where you can get stuck sometimes of not really growing, because you're going to get a reaction that you're supposed to get, unless they just start to not like you altogether. And Drew really ain't done shit for them not to like him. They haven't suffocated the fans with him constantly having title opportunities, so they don't have to say, oh, Drew always get the opportunities, because they stopped doing that shit. Because I told you, one of Drew's biggest problems a while back was that on Raw, he basically, I don't feel like no character should be booked to not, listen to me, you can lose. And you cannot lose. I don't have a problem with you being booked not to lose. But you can't be booked to be so far and away better than everybody else when you're not actually, like, as a character all around, better than everybody else. Example, if Liv was being booked to be over dominant over everybody, I'm talking about she beating Bianca, Asuka, Bayley when she come back, Sasha if she ever come back, Ronda. Let's say she just beating all these motherfuckers. At some point in time, yeah, it would probably become believable. But in the beginning, right now, if that shit started to happen, you'd be like, whoa, what the fuck? This is... Now, obviously, that's probably the wrong person to use because she got a lot of fans right now. Fans will really want to see it. That was an absolutely terrible example to use. That I realized that after I used the example. So you know what? Just fuck the whole thing. Just fuck the whole thing. Fuck it. Ignore it. Every fucking thing I said after that example, because Liv is the absolute worst example because of her fan base right now. That was a fucking atrocious example. However, my main point being, Drew McIntyre the way he was built on Raw. For one, he was never gonna fight for a title that wasn't the main title, and after he was no longer the champion, he only stayed in the championship picture. And I don't have a problem with him staying in the championship picture if it's other people in the championship picture to not make it seem as though this is all he can be, is a champion or a contender. If he can never, and I know that's great in some sports, not in the WWE when you want everybody to be as great as y'all be talking. If you really want all y'all stars to be great, then Ricochet can't be booked to get his ass beat by Drew every time they fight. Ricochet cannot be booked to put up a good fight against Drew and lose every time they fight. Because if that happens, then Ricochet will never grow. Now, I understand that Drew is believable for Drew to do that. I get that. I do get that. And that's probably a bad example too, because people like Ricochet, except for me, motherfucker. But you don't want anybody to be booked like Roman if they don't deserve to be booked like Roman. That's basically what I was trying to say this whole time. Roman Reigns, I have no problem being booked like that because he deserves to be booked like that. That character, it's not even about deserve. His character deserves to be booked like that. It's believable that his character is being booked like that. It don't feel like something that's just happening because WWE want him to be the champion. I'm pretty sure WWE do want him to be the champion. But they've taken the title off of Roman in the past. They've made it hard for him to win the title in the past, and they wanted him to be the face of the company in the past. Right now, everything is clicking. It makes sense. This is who you want to have the title on him. And not even just that. Like I said seconds ago, it makes sense. His character-wise and all that. It would make no fucking sense. I really want to go back to the Liv thing, bro, because it would make no sense, like I said, if she won all those matches. That's all I was trying to say. Like, Liv can't be booked like Roman when she shouldn't be booked like Roman. Like, she hasn't earned the right to be as a character, not her as a person, as her character has not been booked the way that you would want her to be booked, that would make it believable that she would just randomly start being booked like Roman. Drew McIntyre is booked like Roman Reigns on Raw, back when he was on Raw. And oftentimes he's booked like Roman, not to the same extent now, but to the point where Drew ain't losing any feud that don't involve Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. That's a tough character to have everybody else be with because they're never going to beat him when it matters. Let me put it like that. When it matters. When the last time Drew actually had a clean loss on a pay-per-view that wasn't to Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar? Because Bobby Lashley wasn't even getting clean wins over him when he was beating him. Like, I cannot remember the last person who picked up a clean win over Drew. That's, to me, one of the problems with Drew's character. And I don't think they realize it because, yeah, Drew got fans and whatnot, but I don't think Drew got the fans he would have. Like, bro, they get loud for fucking Roman. They get loud for Lashley now. Hell, they get loud. Look at how loud they get for Liv right now. They get loud for a lot of different people. Bex, Bianca. They don't have that same energy anymore for Drew. I'm not saying they don't like Drew. What I'm saying is the evolution in Drew done stopped. So you know what to expect every single time Drew is on your TV screen. That's not the same for Sheamus. Except for sometimes they do book Sheamus to overly lose. However, when they're booking Sheamus properly, now I know Sheamus wouldn't be the dude that beat Roman, but he is a believable character to beat Roman. I even think you could have done something with his little brute squad. And speaking of which, Sheamus lost this fucking match. And I don't understand when it's a no disqualification match. Butch and Ridge Holland can interfere as much as they want to. And like I say sometimes in movies, the only reason this character survived is because of plot armor. The only reason these motherfuckers didn't interfere in this match as much as humanly possible was because of WWE plot armor. Because it's no fucking way, if you cannot be disqualified for interfering, Sheamus should have lost this match. It just makes no sense. That's why I say you have to have certain, like sometimes in the WWE, it's great to be a Saturday morning cartoon. Sometimes it makes absolutely no sense because you go way too far past the Saturday morning cartoon levels. You know what I'm saying? This is a situation that you don't have to have. Ridge Holland and Butch not interfering as much as humanly possible to have Sheamus win this match when nobody else came out to help Drew makes absolutely no sense. You can hit this motherfucker with a Claymore. You can hit both dudes with a Claymore, and Sheamus should have enough time to still jump out of a pin. Like, it's no reason Sheamus should ever lose a match when his two dudes can interfere as much as humanly possible. It makes absolutely no sense. So, I mean, I see these motherfuckers break up pin counts to cause Sheamus matches, but you don't break up the pin count when you can to help him save the match. Like, that was terrible booking in my opinion. Like, that was kind of that mindless booking. But other than that, it was a great match. It was, well, I don't want to say great. It was a good match to me. Ridge broke a fucking shillelagh over Drew's back, and I knew that these two psychopaths was gonna let each other take like crazy ass shots from the shillelagh, but they didn't really go as crazy as these two motherfuckers I be thinking they'll go. Cause Sheamus, Drew, and Lashley, like I said before, when you put these three psychos in the same ring with each other, bro, these dudes like to actually beat the shit out of each other. And that's wild to me. Like, they really over manly. Like, bro, hit me. Slap me. Like, the shit's crazy. They get jacked off that. Just like I get jacked off for fucking saying, fuck you, Ricochet. But anyways, after that happened, Drew won this match, and Austin Theory came out and started fucking with Drew. Like, he beat the shit out of him with the briefcase and shit like that. I'm so happy to see that Austin Theory is active, and I'm going to have something to say about Austin Theory at the end of the show, because I don't know if anybody noticed this. But in this entire month, I think Austin Theory done closed out damn near every show. Raw, Smackdown, getting his ass whooped. And still can play the role that he is playing to a T. It is so hard for somebody to be able to do what Austin, and I say this on a weekly basis, I praise Austin Theory, but it's just so wild to me that a dude like this can be so young. And I hate to say this, but it just is what it is. We see so many entitled wrestlers who say they care about everybody on the card, but they don't. They want to push themselves. They want to be on the top of the card. They want to be the marquee. They really don't give a fuck if anybody else at the top and who else care about them being at the top. They want all the shine. They want to be the CM Punk syndrome is what I call it. One of the most selfish individuals I've ever seen as far as my lifetime watching wrestling. I don't know if that made any type of sense. But as long as I've been watching wrestling, one of the most selfish fucking wrestlers I've ever seen in my lifetime was CM Punk. And CM Punk is one of the reasons I tried to stay out of that background parts of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But it's like everybody knows, eventually one day, a certain someone is no longer real. We understand that he is fake, but it's a spirit, it's a thought. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not finna fuck shit up for kids. I'm just not gonna do that. But once I started to have to pay attention to the background of wrestling, basically, I don't let that influence my decisions and shit like that. But once I started basically learning more about these dudes' personal lives and how they talk and all this type of shit, and you just start to know people. And I'm not saying I know CM Punk the person personally, bro. CM Punk could be the greatest person in the world. Who knows? I know as far as what he was when he was in WWE, one of the most selfish wrestlers I've ever seen. And nobody can ever tell me, oh, well, look how they did him. Bro, look how they do a lot of fucking wrestlers, if you want to use that excuse. Look how they do a lot of fucking wrestlers who don't bitch about it and they one day pop off. Like, some people will look at CM Punk and think he's one of the greatest of all time. I don't. I look at The Miz and think he's the greatest of all time. And think he's one of the greatest of all time, not CM Punk. Because what Miz did for wrestling, you could teach that to other people. You could teach what The Miz did. You could teach what The Miz is. You want other wrestlers to be what The Miz is, what Carmella is. You want those type of motherfuckers in your business. You don't want the motherfucker who every time you put a storyline in front of them, oh, nah, that's beneath me. Oh, nah, that's not good booking for me. Like, you don't want that. That's just my 2 cents. That's my little rant on that. But listen, because I didn't even expect to go on that little tirade right there. However, after Theory did a little beatdown and whatnot, eventually they had a little thing where they went to the back and Paul put his arm around Theory. For one, bossed up like a big dog. He was like, yo, I'm tired of you motherfuckers taking me like a joke. I'm about to abbreviate what he said. For 2 weeks now, you motherfuckers been playing me like a fiddle. You motherfuckers been getting your jokes off at my expense. Haha. Theory, the funny guy. Everybody been treating me like I've been walking around here like Bozo the Clown. You motherfuckers think I had a red nose on my nose or something? I was finna say something. You motherfuckers think I'm a game to be played with? Let me talk to you real quick. Whoever the fuck was in the back interviewing my guy. Let me talk to you for a second, sweetheart. All these motherfuckers out here, the haters, you know, the Lashleys, the what's this guy's name? I can't even remember this irrelevant guy's name. Let me just skip this guy. AJ. The guy who Ziggler, that's his name. All these hating motherfuckers out here who want to be me so bad, but they mad because they can't have my spot because I'm up, they down. I hate it for them, but I ain't going nowhere, sweetheart. So they gonna be hating for life. Hater homies marry hater bitches and have hater kids, and that's the storyline they basically writing for themselves right now. Hating on little old me. Why they fear me so much? Whoever interviewing me right now, I don't know your name. Why they fear me so much? Why they hate me so much? I don't get it. If they as great as they think they is, why can't they do what I'm doing right now? They want my spot. Why couldn't they have my spot? Why couldn't they take my spot? I get it. I know why. I got an answer. Because they ain't me. They want to be me. They even hate that they ain't me. But never forget, they ain't me. I'm up. They down. That's what my man basically said onto the mic to whoever was interviewing him. Next, and Paul Heyman came and put his arm around him. Now, I'm glad that I saw that, because I don't think Paul Heyman going to turn on Roman or no shit like that. But boy, imagine if that do happen. I would like to see Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns have Austin Theory under their tutelage. Now, listen, you got to understand I'm a huge Austin Theory guy right now, because the dude works hard. It's not even just about how good he is in the ring, because I don't even think he is great as he is as great in the ring as some of the other people on the roster. But what I do know is the motherfucker work hard. What I do know is the motherfucker know how to sell. And I don't know who he won't sell for, because he sell for everybody. I do know the motherfucker know how to get the little things right, like the mannerisms, the facial expressions, the comebacks, the ad-libs. I do know he's still growing every single time he get on the mic, and he sound better and better every time he get on it. So, hey, I would love to see Austin Theory continue to be pushed, because he doing a great fucking job. Next, we had like a rundown of what was going to take place at SummerSlam. Michael Cole and Pat was doing that. But while they was doing that, you had Baron Corbin, who bought a ticket as a fan. They did that little storyline where I'm going to talk all this shit to you. I'm going to antagonize you, but you're not going to be able to put your hands on me, bitch. And so that ran for a couple minutes, and it was actually great. Like, they did this phenomenally. It was actually felt like Baron was annoying the fuck out of him. And when it finally all came to its boiling point where it tipped over, Baron got over the barricade. For some reason, Pat turned around, and Baron kicked this motherfucker with one of the cleanest nut shots I've ever seen. Like, on me, one of the cleanest nut shots I've ever seen. Like, the shit was so smooth. I'm like, yo, this dude Pat might really not be able to have kick. It was so, bruh. I dead ass think the man kicked the man in his nuts, man. That's how clean that nut shot was. Mind you, that was a great segment right there. I don't know what to expect from Baron Pat. I know it's gonna be a great match tomorrow, and it'll probably be one of the better matches on the card. Even though I'm up for all the matches being great. That was a great segment. Next, though, so this I'm glad we got to this. This was a weird. This next part was pretty weird, man. So Shotzi was fighting Aaliyah. This was weird for a couple reasons. The after the match shit had happened, and this match period was shocking to me, weird. Shotzi was fighting Aaliyah. If you've been watching Smackdown the last couple weeks, you know Aaliyah is currently supposed to be in a feud with Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans wasn't on the show tonight because I think she's sick. So because she wasn't on the show, Shotzi was fighting Aaliyah instead. Now, a line from Michael Cole. Shotzi manipulated her way into this match as if she's not supposed to be trying to have wrestling matches in a wrestling company. So that's weird. Michael Cole said a lot of mindless shit, but that's neither here nor there. Shotzi won this match. Why? Now, you know I love Shotzi. Big Shotzi person. She ain't been talking enough shit the last couple weeks. It made no sense for Shotzi to win this match. And I'm always talking about give Shotzi a win. This don't make sense to give her a win right here. Are we pushing Aaliyah? Well, listen, I get it. We're not even pushing Aaliyah. We're pushing Lacey Evans. However, it makes no sense for this Lacey Evans Aaliyah shit to keep going if Aaliyah just gonna be losing if Aaliyah can just lose to anybody, basically. Like, Aaliyah should have won this match, and that would have made her feud with Lacey Evans even better. Because you just have Aaliyah getting her ass knocked out every week, and now losing a match to somebody that's not Lacey Evans, that's terrible booking. Like, I understand if you're not trying to use not trying to use Aaliyah long term, but it just don't make sense to have her lose this match. You should have just not had her on the card tonight. Like, I don't understand that. But after this match, they went to the back, and Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan was having one of the weirdest fucking pose-offs I've ever seen. Like, the camera just rolled to the back and these motherfuckers were just paused in a pose. That was weird. It feel like Ronda never stopped actually posing until she just stormed away. But Natalya and Sonya came up. They started talking shit. And then Ronda just walked away. Walked to the ring, got the mic and said, Liv, come to the ring, let's show them why we fighting for the title tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that was planned, if that was what was supposed to happen, if Ronda just didn't feel like cutting a promo or trying, or I don't know. What I will say is this: that was a missed opportunity, because Natalya and Liv could have had a great back and forth right there. For one, Natalya with the "you are not a real champion," Ronda Rousey's gonna beat you quicker than anybody's ever lost that title. I love Liv's quick little comeback. I don't think so. That's a very smooth comeback. I like that. Make her character do more shit like that instead of whining all the fucking time when she talk. Another thing I don't like about Liv's character is I think I'm gonna beat Ronda Rousey because I like being champion more. What the fuck? Like, I understand that storyline. Like, I want it more. But that's a heel type of storyline. I love something so much. And that's why, what? Like, come on, man. Stop booking Liv like that. That's what I'm saying. It's no evolution. Tonight, though, she had as much evolution as I've ever seen for Liv, which I'm happy about and I'm going to get to. But the missed opportunity in letting Liv and Natalya have a true back and forth right there. And then Natalya's a psychopath. Love you, Ronda. That whole little shit right there was good. I don't know why Ronda stormed off. That kind of killed the whole vibe. But they ended up having a match, Sonya and Natalya taking on Liv and Ronda. This was it was a match. I don't care about how the match went. How good or bad the match was. What I like about the match was this was one of those matches I tell you that I could care less what happened in it because it was trying to tell a story. Liv Morgan did not want to tag in Ronda Rousey. She refused to tag Ronda in, even when she was getting her ass whooped. Pat even said, bro, you the only one in this match getting your ass whooped, tag somebody in. Just great bars by Pat, especially when we get to that the new vicious Viking Raiders match. But this was the most fucking character growth or evolution I've ever seen them take with Liv Morgan. Yes, plant the seeds of a woman who feel like nobody have respect for her. Nobody look at her as a true threat. Nobody feel like she deserved to be the champion. Nobody feel like she should be here. She do though. But don't have it as I'm so happy to be here. Nobody believed in me. No, flip that shit. Turn that into her character arc. Nobody believe in me. Don't believe me, Joe. Watch. I'm finna show you motherfuckers. I don't need to tag you in, Ronda, because I don't need you. I'm finna beat these motherfuckers just like I'm beating you tomorrow night. Yes. I want that. What my girl say? Yes. That's what I want for Liv. That's what I want to see. Actual character. Plus, I can see that Liv got a great attitude if she were to be a heel. Like, she don't even got to be an over-the-top heel. I could tell Liv got a swaggy type of attitude where she could play a good heel. This is the type of arc. And she don't even got to be full heel right now. But just this new type of attitude of not that I think I should be here and I'm so happy to be here, but I know I should be here. And I'm finna prove to y'all that I should be here. Her taking on that type of attitude to me is going to take Liv far as her character. Even if she lose the title tomorrow. But Ronda fucking Rousey, man. I still, after a couple, I don't think that Charlotte should have lost that title. Whatever, you know, everybody can feel how they feel. I knew that she was going to lose it eventually. Listen, I don't think Ronda do for this division what they think she do for it. Because if Ronda's not willing to play all the parts of helping, not just herself, but the person in the feud also. Because what she's doing right now is not helping Liv Morgan in any type of... Like, I know Liv been in the business longer, but Liv is still basically young when it comes to being a champion and being in this type of spotlight. Liv would be so much better right now if she could be having this against a Becky, against a Charlotte, against a Bayley, against a Sasha if she ever come back. Those type of dance partners would be so much better for Liv to grow as a champion and as a character altogether. I've watched this feud. I've seen all the promos and all that. I just don't think Ronda has done anything in this feud that would help the feud as far as, like, not just her as far as her attitude and whatnot, but like help the feud overall, like with Liv. Like, because sometimes when people struggle through a feud, we might struggle on a mic, we might struggle in a match, we might struggle on a transition or something like that. The other person can help pick you up in them different areas and shit like that. I don't think Ronda really been that for Liv, because we'll just see how the tomorrow night's match turn out, because I'm very interested in that match. But I think if Liv were to be having this feud with somebody else, like one of those women I mentioned, that would be doing so much more for her right now, because I don't have that feel like this feud has done anything for Liv Morgan with Ronda Rousey. Like, I don't think it's done anything whatsoever. Now, it'll be a great point, a turning point in this feud if Liv retained tomorrow. I don't want to see Liv lose this match in a couple seconds. And I'm not even a Liv fan. Well, I'm a Liv fan, but not like a Liv super fan. Like, I'm a fan of everybody, obviously, but I wouldn't say Liv stick out to me like I would say some of the other wrestlers I talk about. But I want Liv to have success, because she could become one if she become great. And I don't think it does anything for her. Well, you know what? Liv lose this match quick and you actually build her the way you're supposed to build her coming off of that match. You could get her back to this point next year, and it could pay off. But if outside of doing that, then I wouldn't understand having her lose this match in a couple seconds. Because even if you want to put the title back on Ronda, you don't have to kill Liv in the process of doing that when you want Liv to become one of your bigger characters. After that, we had the Street Profits, and it always seemed like Smackdown go by so quick. But after that, we had the Street Profits and New Day and Jeff Jarrett. They was in the ring trading back and forth with the, would it be a disqualification if I... they did that back and forth for a while. Basically like battle rapping or whatever. And then once all mayhem broke loose, one of the Usos accidentally kicked the shit out of Jeff Jarrett, made a man do a headstand. That was a great sell by Jeff right there. But I'm telling you, I'm a sucker for a good sell, pause. I love good sell jobs, bro. I'm telling you, I always will. When Austin Theory getting his back beat in with the fucking suitcase, I love it. I do be feeling like Brock be kind of brutal with dude, bruh. But maybe Austin Theory okay with that. Maybe he be telling Brock like, yo, beat the shit out of me. I hope Brock is not just beating the shit out of this dude just for shits, bruh. Like, I hope that him and Austin Theory is like talking about this, because he really be beating the shit out of Buddy with that suitcase. But getting back to, I keep getting off track talking about Austin Theory, but Buddy accidentally kicked Jeff Jarrett, and the Usos are just great at what they do because they tried to apologize to him and everything. As they was leaving, as all the shit broke down and whatnot, and they leaving, you got Buddy still yelling. What was it? My bad, Jeff. Jeff, my bad, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, my bad, man. My bad, Jeff. Jeff, my bad. Yeah, the fucking Usos are gold. I want to make a point real fast, though. I don't want the Usos to lose this match, even though it probably won't matter, because it's not because I don't like the Profits or nothing. I really feel like the WWE has missed an opportunity, because the New Day should have been the team fighting against the Usos. And I'm going to get to the New Days in a minute, but it don't look like they ever heading down that road no time soon, with the New Days taking on the Usos. And that's a problem, because right now the tag team titles being unified is a perfect time for you to pull out the biggest hammer in the fucking shed to get the job done. The Usos and the New Day would tear this shit up, and that could be a feud that lasted a while till Mania. So I think that's a missed opportunity, but the Street Profits are a great tag team, and I do love seeing the growth. And this is another matter of fact, let me go ahead and talk about this thing, bro. I think this was the next one anyways. Yeah, the new vicious fucking Viking Raiders, that stupid ass name. They fought the New Day. I do not agree with the Viking Raiders being booked to beat the New Day, especially the way they've been beating the New Day. And one of my biggest problems was very evident in the match they had, tonight. They was having a good match tonight, but it wasn't because of the Viking Raiders. It's because the New Day knows how to have great matches with anybody. They just know ring chemistry, fight chemistry, wrestling chemistry. They were having a great match, and then it just abruptly ended with some bullshit, with just overpower of, at the end of the day, we don't care what happened. These guys have to be the ones that win. And I understand building up a team to try to get them to where you want them to get them to. But the Street Profits were already being built before they got placed with the Usos. This ain't the Usos. The Usos are naturally, because of how great they are, going to make the Profits better. But this ain't one of them cases where the Usos are making a team that's so far and away below them better. The fucking New Day is losing to a team right now because the WWE is trying to find a way to resurrect this Viking Raider bullshit. Now they are sacrificing the New Day. And I get it. You can sacrifice the New Day to any team because the New Day is never a sacrifice, because these I was about to say something again. Because these motherfuckers never... The New Day can't lose and stay down. Like, no loss is going to ever kill the New Day. Ever. They're too good. They're too over. They are the definition of over. People only get mad when they win. When they lose. People feel like they should always win. Nobody gets mad when the overwhelming majority will never be mad when the Usos win or when the New Day win. Because those are two teams that are over. They done put in their time. They done put in their work. We got to go see them punch in their time card and have to work through the grind at the bottom and come to the top. We done seen that. So we appreciate them on a different level. We haven't seen that with all these other tag teams. And so, what was I basically saying? I know I was talking about that's why they should have the match, but I thought I was talking about something with the, oh, no, because that's what I was saying. We done seen all that. So, basically getting back to why I don't like the Viking Raiders being, the New Day being sacrificed, because like I said, I get it. The New Day can never truly lose and it truly affect them, because they can bounce back all the time. That's just who they are. Their characters are like that. That's who they are as humans. That's who we are as a fan base, because of how much we love them. But I still don't agree with it, because the New Day is just a team that you have people beat to try to get them jump started, because you know what beating the New Day do for you. It's like having somebody beat John Cena or beat or beat the Drew. Anytime you want to get a dude going, you have them beat a real big time star. Well, the New Day and the Usos are two Hall of Fame teams, and the New Day can put anybody over as the Usos. So you sacrifice those two teams to another team to try to help another team get over, except if one of those two teams got the title. If the New Day had the titles, the Usos would probably be the ones putting other people over, like they did in the past. They would be putting other teams over. Because they are the champions, the New Day are the team that you can use to put everybody else over to get to the Usos, and vice versa when it's switched. I don't agree with that with the Viking Raiders, because these motherfuckers done been reincarnated about 20 times. Make these motherfuckers have a natural growth. And if it don't happen, it just ain't gonna happen with this gimmick. To continue to try to, and I get it. When it never worked on the timeline of which you put forth, when you actually try to have it do a true slow growth and it don't work, you say, fuck it, man, let's just fucking feed them New Day and see how it go. But I don't think they're going to get the heat that you want them to get as heels, because they just ain't going to get the traction that they need to get as WWE superstars. That's all I'm going to say on that right now. Probably have more to say about it tomorrow, but I don't want this to I don't want this to go too long. I'm trying to learn how to get these videos a little bit down, and more people will probably try to start watching them or whatnot. I'm skipping that Maximum Male Models. I'll have more to say about it next week, because I'm kind of confused by that, to be honest with you. Like, is that going to turn into something? Tag team division deep right now, bro. I just thought about that. Wait a minute. What the fuck? I didn't write how the show went off the air? Well, I didn't write down how the show went off the air, but the last segment of the night was Paul Heyman coming out talking about the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar came down to the ring. Now, as soon as this motherfucker I see him coming down, I'm like, yo. If this man attacked my man, the wise man right now, he a ho. You gonna come out here and attack this man, this older man, this senior citizen level type of man, when he got no bodyguards around? Oh, how tough you are, the bearded butcher. How tough are you? Go buy his seasonings, the bearded butcher. Oh, yeah. How tough are you, Brock? Fuck you, Ricochet. But how tough are you, Brock, attacking a man like that? That's like attacking Ricochet, bro. You attacking a little dude like that, bro. What do you get out of that, Brock? Attacking Ricochet like that. Y'all know shows like that where motherfuckers talk like that? I don't know, Rick. But stop bullshitting, Morty. But anyways, at some point in time, I was telling my cousin this the other day. He was like, yo, you watch Rick and Morty? I was like, yeah, I used to, but I mean, I kind of watch all these shows now, but it's not that I really enjoy them. I just watch them to watch them in hopes of maybe they'll bring back that enjoyable moment that made me watch it at one point in time. He's like, why you say that? I was like, because eventually all these shows become targeted just for white males. Like I was watching a show that he was watching last night, where it was like a penis in every single scene. Like, have y'all ever seen that show Big Mouth on Netflix? I think that's what it's called. I guess they got a spin-off series with the monsters, and it's like a penis shape on people's noses, people's face, somewhere in out. Like, some dude is like 4 penises. I'm like, bro, the white male obsession with penises is absolutely unbelievable to me. Like, the more and more some shows get big, is because a shit ton of white males love those shows. And I'm not saying that's all shows, but a lot of shows like this become so heavily target for white males, it's ridiculous. Like, that's how The Boys is gonna end up being. That's how Rick and Morty is gonna be. Like, it's the Family Guy, the Simpsons. Like, it's a reason why the majority of those fan bases are white males. Like, just is what it is. I'm not saying that those shows are bad or nothing like that. It just don't do nothing for me. Maybe it's no such thing. And it is, but I mean, I like the Boondocks. I think that's the greatest cartoon I've ever watched, except for that season where they became slaves, bruh. The dude who created that season definitely need his ass whooped, because that did not have to happen. Either way, Theory came out to save Paul Heyman, and he took an ass beating for it. And just like I said, bro, he took a Claymore too also. The fact that Theory can go off of the show or go off the air, being the one who get his ass kicked on a weekly basis, and come back as if it didn't happen the next week, there's something to be said about that, man. Every wrestler can't do that, so I appreciate Theory for that. But with that, I appreciate y'all for joining me on another episode of Wrestling with Saint. Ricochet, fuck you. This a weekly thing. Samantha was supposed to be my blessing, not yours. You a hoe. I'ma always feel like that, homie. The MI is silent. Say now.
I got the moves like hot sauce. Lil' mama taking the top off. I'm laying down getting topped off. After this, she know she getting knocked off. I know she loving the money, so I keep on thumbing and thumbing. She say she horny when she taking shots, so I keep them coming and coming. Now I'm putting dick in her tummy. Scoop her up like I'm raking her something. You would think shawty red track, the way that she running and running. You getting dumber and dumber. You out here chasing the bone. After she finished from giving me dome, the Uber is taking her home. Tight.